And as table 4 shows the empirical formula and molecular formula of two compounds. As I told you before this question, empirical means the simplest number of ratio of atoms. Molecular formula means the real formula, the actual formula that shows the actual number of atoms. State the meaning of empirical formula. So you can say that it's a chemical formula that shows a simplest ratio of the number of atoms of each element in a compound. Like example, I told you, this one is the molecular formula of glucose. If simplified, which is divided by 6, the first one is molecular formula. Then after that, divide by 6, you will get the empirical formula, which is CH2O. Now notice, the ratio is of carbon to hydrogen to oxygen is 1 to 2 to 1. This one is the simplest already, cannot be divided anymore. But this one is the real formula, 6 to 12 to 6. Okay, so number of atoms, inside contain one carbon atoms, 2 hydrogen atoms, and 1 oxygen atom. Of each element, carbon element, hydrogen element, oxygen element. In a compound, the whole thing is a compound. Write empirical formula of compound P. Now you can see compound Q, right? You might be curious, how come it's the same? So yes, in some cases, the empirical formula can be equivalent to molecular formula, because since the molecular formula, the ratio is 1, zinc is 1, nitrogen is 2, oxygen is 6. So, but 1 to 2 to 6 is already simplified into simplest version. So you cannot be divided anymore. So because since you only got 1, right? So it cannot be divided by 2, right? It can only be whole number. Remember that. So that's why, but not for this one. This one, ratio is 5 to 10. Isn't it both numbers can be divided by 5? So you will get, isn't it you will get 1 to 2? 1 to 2 means C is 1, H is 2. That's why the answer is CH2. Is the base, the empirical formula of C5H10. When compound Q is heated strongly, it will decompose to form zinc oxide, oxygen gas, and nitrogen dioxide gas. Right? A balanced chemical equation for the decomposition of compound Q. Actually, this experiment we did in Form 4, Chapter 6, where you heat compound Q, which is zinc nitrate. When you heat the nitrate salt, you will come up 3 products. One is the residue, the other 2 are the gases. So what happens is, they told you already, you come up zinc oxide, oxygen gas, and nitrogen dioxide. So let's write. But compound Q is one, zinc nitrate. So you write Zn bracket NO3 bracket 2. After heat, we can even write the symbol like this, triangle below the arrow, just to show that it is heated. No need also can. Then you will get ZnO, zinc oxide, nitrogen dioxide, NO2. Di means, remember, got 2O. Dioxide means got 2O. Nitrogen dioxide means NO2. And one more thing, which is the oxygen gas. O2. Remember that, O2, oxygen gas. But if you just left like this, 0 mark, basically. Balanced equation contain 2 marks. So what you have to include is, you have to balance, of course. So if you count carefully, okay, first of all, you can see that N is 2, right, at the left. Bracket 2 means N is 2, right? So at the right, only got one N more. So multiply 2, right? You think it's like this. But since, in this case, you can calculate zinc is 1, but the O different. At the left, 3 times 2, 6. Okay. Here is 1 plus 2 times 2, 4. At the back, got 2 more. So 1 plus 4 plus 2 is 7. So we got a 6, 7. Okay. Somehow you got 6, 7. But in this case, is it not balance side? Left side got 6, 0. Right side got 1, 4, 2 means 7. 6 and 7. So how? If you see an even number and an odd number, what you can do is you can try and error, multiply the longest formula, multiply 2. Which one longest? Zinc nitrate. So you can try and error. Zinc nitrate multiply 2 in this case. Then now you can see that now your zinc also got 2 at the left. So your zinc oxide has to multiply 2. Now, see carefully how many N are at the left. 2 times 2, 4. So it means the N here should be 4. 2 times 2, 4N. Then you look carefully for the O, just in case you're wondering. O, 3 times 2, 6. 6 times 2, 12. At the right, 2 plus 4 times 2, 8 plus 2, 2 plus 8 plus 2, 12. So you can confirm that this is balanced already. 2, 2, 4. So I know many students still struggling with this balancing equation, especially come this. So you have to be careful. You don't lose your mark like this. Okay. Just in case you're also wondering, how come the formula zinc nitrate? So in case you still don't know, okay? So because the charge for zinc is N2 plus, for nitrate is NO3 1 negative. So I told you when you write formula, you have to cross the amount of charge 2 to 1, 2 plus and 1 minus. When you cross, become 1 to 2. 2 to 1, cross, become 1 to 2. So Zn is 1, NO3 instead 2. But because if you see 2 big capital letter, it means you have to put bracket 2. It means you have 2 different elements. 2, if 0.5 mole of compound Q is heated, calculate the volume of nitrogen dioxide gas for this at room condition. This sort of question always come on exam. So you have to know, not always, but every time. So in this case, normally it's 3 marks. But since they already very kind to you, how they kind? Kind means they already give you number of mole of compound Q. 0.54. Normally, they will give you not mole yet. They give you like maybe volume, maybe not volume, but in this case, they give you either number of particles or maybe they give you a mass. Then only you can use the mass to find number of mole. They only can find the other one. So the keyword they give is 0.5 mole of compound Q. They want to find volume of nitrogen dioxide gas. This is the keyword. So 0.5 mole. Since you already got mole, you can straight away do the ratio. Very simple. Because ratio to what? Ratio to nitrogen dioxide gas. They want to find, because they want to find volume equals to question mark. How many? If you see carefully, it means this question, if you don't have the equation balance, this question also undoable. So it's very important for you to get a balanced chemical equation. Then you can settle the question for number of mole. So because since you already got this information, you always start with the information. Then you can find the V equals to question mark. But first, if you already got the first step done, of course, then the second step is to always do the mole ratio. Mole ratio is from equation first 2 zinc nitrate to 4 nitrogen dioxide gas. 2 to 4. I know some of the part they also like to write in sentences. Maybe some school, 2 mole of zinc nitrate produces, or you can say 2 mole of zinc nitrate menghasilkan 4 mole of nitrogen dioxide. 2 how to become 4? 2 times 2 become 4. So if you zinc nitrate got 0.5 mole, how many mole of NO2? You also have to multiply 2, right? You will get 1. It means you have to use this 1 to find volume. Very simple. So the formula, if you want to find volume, right? Because it's related to volume, so the formula in Malay, bilanganmu equals to isi padu over isi padu molar, or in English, number of mole equals to volume over molar volume. It means if you want to find volume, or we call it isi padu, then you have to use number of mole multiply molar volume. It means just now I got 1 mole, right? 1 mole, 1 mole multiply the molar volume they give normally. Either they give 22.4 or 24. So in this case, they give 24. So you just use 1 multiply 24, which you will get 24 dm cube. Now the unit is very important. Here the unit for Ispato for volume is dm cube. Just be careful. Unless you if you want to change to cm cube, then you can multiply 1000. Since 1 cm cube equals to 1000 cm, 1 dm cube equals to 1000 cm cube. So you can multiply 1000, you will get 24,000. Either answer is accepted, but since if they didn't tell you need to change, right? Normally you don't change. No need to change lah. No need to be so troublesome. But it just that tell you that answer scheme accepted either one.